Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the July 3rd meeting of the Unionville Town Board to order, and we'll start by a salute to the flag. Okay, have a motion to approve the minutes for June 5th, please.
Make motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We had a last minute request come in here this afternoon. The iron furnace has changed hands and the new owner asked us to consider looking at the transfer of the liquor license. If you would be interested in doing that, I can add it to new business. There's copies in your packet here.
I'll make a motion to add that to the agenda then.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Want to thank Parks and Rec for community night. It was a real nice night and everybody had fun, great fireworks. Recreation will have more on that. Since our last meeting, we've had several severe storms come through town. I want to thank our highway department on that. They were out immediately following the storms and opening up roads wherever they could. Some roads they were unable to because of power lines entangled in the trees that were down. It seems that the worst hit area was at South Smiths Road and Barmore Road. That area was totally devastated. Went up there and you couldn't see pavement for as far as you could see, so many trees down. Well, you know, I want to thank our residents too for being patient during this because it was an overwhelming undertaking to get everybody back online, and I think they did it fairly quickly. Also was in a regional meeting with the county executive. I spoke to her about our needs for the salt shed and the dam out there. She's going to look into some funding for that for us. She thinks she might be able to come up with something. So then we'll move on to board member reports. Councilman Welch.
I reviewed the employee handbook for our later discussion tonight.
Okay. Councilman Carter-Lemming.
Just want to echo the sentiment of the highway department. They did a great job during those storms. It was pretty bad. And that's all I have for tonight.
Councilman Goodman.
I'd like to echo what Steve said, that community night was very good. I'd like to thank all the departments for the hard work they put into that. Was a great night. Fireworks were great. What else do I have? Spoke with Central Hudson recently about the outages and the storms that we've had in the past 2 weeks. Spoke with 2 different engineers about what they're planning to do, looking at the reliability of the grid and the storm damage to the grid. 2 things that the engineers brought up to me. They said they have plans to upgrade the northeast corner of the town, Canby Road, Chestnut Ridge and Highby Road in 2026. They have plans to, I think they were saying 1.5 miles of primary to be replaced, both above ground and underground. They were talking about a pilot program for underground cabling in the areas that are prone to tree damage. So like I said, so that's a couple of years away. I also spoke to them about what could be done short term to help us out. They said they're going to be looking at the circuits around town, assessing the storm damage, looking for any limbs that are endangering the primary wires here in town, and they're going to be sending tree crews through to clean that up. And that is all I have.
All right, thank you. Town clerk.
Thank you. We're rebuilding our townwide newsletter database. So we had a raffle on community night and we got about 40 email addresses. So if you're interested in receiving a mailing, email me or call me and we will put your name in our spreadsheet. when we're ready to, reassemble the list. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Recreation?
So as was mentioned, last Friday, we hosted the annual community night event at Town Hall. We enjoyed kicking off the summer season with the town's residents, family, and friends. I want to congratulate, as Andrea mentioned, all the winners of the raffle prizes, and thank you again to all of the town departments and local businesses and charity organizations for donating these prizes. It was really successful. It was really nice. Just kind of a little extra thing to give to the community. Another large thank you to all the staff, the town board for helping with setup and breakdown, as well as everyone who tabled the event, the firehouse and highway for bringing their truck and ambulance for the kids to come and look at, the food vendors, the constables for helping with traffic and parking, and the firehouse and Legion fireworks for another awesome fireworks show. And our team looks forward to hosting this event again next year. Camp is officially in full swing. Today was our third day. Our team has enjoyed welcoming new and old friends to Timor Park for another fun summer at the park. These past few days, staff and campers have enjoyed the beautiful weather that's finally here, the pool and the hiking trails. Camp will be off tomorrow for the 4th of July and will resume on Friday. Next week, campers will enjoy an animal show brought to us by our friends by the 2x2 Animal Haven. The pool is officially open during the week with open swim hours Monday through Thursday from 12 to 5 and 12 to 6 on Fridays. We have our lap lane swim hour Monday through Thursday from 5 to 6. The pool will be open tomorrow for the holiday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And more information on pool hours and swim lessons can be found on the Parks and Recreation website and social media pages.
Thank you. John, would you like to read the parks report?
All right, park report, July 3rd, 2024. Pool is running well, and we have purchased parts to refurbish our pool vacuum. We have been maintaining the trails, which had a lot of downed trees from the recent storms. We continue to mow and maintain the grass that we are charged with caring for. We finished preparations for camp, and the first few days have gone well. Community night went off smoothly, and cleanup went fast thanks to people like Councilman McGivney, Supervisor Fraser, Maggie, our recreation director, and her husband Alex, that asked in breaking down tables and everything inside and for the night.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Cardellini, would you like to read the library report?
No problem. On behalf of myself and the other trustees, thank you for this time to share some updates from the library. The library is thrilled to be part of Community Day on June the 28th. We had a great turnout and had 10 residents sign up to get a Unionville library card. Congratulations to Christian Sue, who won the 50-50 raffle. There will be a program at the library on July 19th from 2 to 3 p.m. Parents who are interested in bringing their children to listen to the door that had never been opened before should email a director at director@uvlibrary.org. All story times include a related craft. Space is limited. Summer is a great time to check out our prizes, games, CDs, and DVDs available in the library. We have a community puzzle started and a community chessboard. The library is open Tuesday through Saturday in the afternoon. The hours are posted on our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. As always, if you don't have a library card yet, call, stop in the library, email the library director at director@uvlibrary.org or through the link at the library services tab on the website. Thank you again.
Okay, thank you. Public comment on agenda items. Anyone? Okay. So let's review this license application here, or request for anyways. As I mentioned, the iron furnace has been sold to a new owner, and the new owner would like to transfer the liquor license. And if we approve that transfer here tonight, that eliminates a 30-day wait period for him. He has several, the new owner has several other restaurants in, that previously. So I'm in favor of moving this forward.
Anything
Any
to get another,
comment on that?
anything to get another restaurant open in our town?
Yeah, keep what we have.
Yeah,
because
right.
We have need for business. I'll make a motion that we agree to that request and
Yeah, basically, what I have to do is send them a letter of no opposition. That's what I'll do.
all right, I'll mention the supervisor sends that appropriate letter.
I'll I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, that brings us to the flooring in the senior center / library. The library has proposed carpeting a portion of the room. They sent us their recommendation on that. I mentioned in the email that both Parks and Recreation Department had approached me and are concerned about that being an issue for them for maintenance. Since the summer camp uses that area during, through the summer, they're concerned about cleanup and stains and such versus the tile floor that they have now. And then the head of the senior center had mentioned to me, they're concerned about tripping hazards. Since it's just a portion of the floor. It's going to be a lip.
Yeah.
Where
Well-
it starts and finishes.
Mhm. I'm concerned about the problem with water coming in from a roof that's leaking.
Right.
Worst thing you can have is new carpet and leaky roof. I think that's a very poor combination.
And the other side of this too, this is supposed to be a temporary space. And we're looking at almost $6,300 here.
Yeah.
For something that is not supposed to be long-term.
This money would be coming out of the library's budget, though, right?
Well, that's, yeah,
But
still taxpayer
Ultimately,
money. though.
taxpayer.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. I agree with John. I think that until the roof is fixed, I don't think it makes any sense to put down carpet in there. And
Yeah,
it's
it'll
just
be a
gonna,
risk and more to clean
Right.
up and more damage that could be accumulated.
yeah, I think after the roof, if we want to sit down and discuss this with everybody, I think that makes more sense. But at this point, it's just got to get soaked and
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
that's-
we'll table this then for a future meeting. Actually, I need a motion to table.
So move.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, old business. I approached the other folks there that had sent in the quotes and they all supplied us with an updated quote that says 1 year warranty and workmanship. Crown specified that they would not warranty equipment failure. That would have to be covered by the manufacturer of the equipment. The other two did not mention that. Those updated quotes are in your packet as well.
So folks are still giving us an extra 1 year maintenance membership, right? Compared to everybody else with them,
I believe so.
which I mean, if I remember, Kevin Garland said that's probably, and I know he's in the business, said that's probably worth about a $1,500.
Premium, right?
Yeah.
The temp control supplied us with the manufacturer's warranties as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think the only difference between all of them is the folks 1 year maintenance membership. All the rest of them are pretty much the same, it seems like to me.
So the price is pretty close between temp control and Crown.
Right.
Getting that extra year. Guaranteed.
Got a 2 year labor warranty as well. So warranty from folks is significantly
Better.
better over the other two. And it is a difference of about $400. I'm not opposed to going that route.
Not either because, well,
Yeah.
best value. Pay a little more in the beginning, but
Is
best
that
value.
permitted, Jeff?
Yes.
Makes more sense. Well,
So this will be funded through the, building maintenance line. And there's about $40,000 in there to work with.
Okay,
So this falls within that.
So I'll make a motion to accept the estimate from folks for replacing the archive room air conditioner. $11,040 is
Oh,
their quote.
I was looking at the temp control.
oh, that's, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1,100.
You know what? He separated out the two pieces. Okay, so the difference is higher.
Yeah, it's $1,160. The difference.
I mean, the only thing with like a maintenance package that I could see is probably filter changes. Usually with air conditioning, there's, especially in the early years, there's not really much that goes wrong.
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of a simple setup. I don't think it's very complex.
okay,
So I don't know how much more the maintenance really worth, if it's worth the $1,100.
Okay.
I would have,
All right.
I would have gone for the 400, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
1100.
did say,
1100,
yeah,
yeah.
that is a,
I also did question that. I didn't realize he had split out the air handler. The other two included it.
that's good advice, Kevin. So I'm thinking there, temp control looks the best deal
Right.
to me.
Yeah, and it's all pretty much apples to apples, I think, that they're,
Mhm.
it's both, so.
Yeah, I specified that they quote the same equipment so that they're putting, you know, different quality equipment coming into the play. You want to amend your motion there, John?
I made the motion. I'll amend it. I'll
Okay.
amend it to give it to,
Temp
order
con-
to temp control, estimate 560 for a total of $9,880.
Good, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Fuel discussion.
I know we discussed it at the last meeting a little bit, so I know Jeff, I'm not sure if you had a chance to look at the paperwork that I'd sent you over. So I know I discussed at the last meeting, so it'd be for the total of 3 different vendors if we do this. So unleaded gas and on-road diesel would be Global Montello, who's out of Newburgh. Number 2 would come from Kensco Heritage, which is out of Kingston, and Paraco would be our propane distributor if we went this way. I know a couple of, I think, Steve, you were worried about the pricing about this. The pricing is regulated by the state from awards to bid documents that have gone out. So the pricing is pretty straightforward. The pricing is posted weekly for most. Propane is the only thing that's priced monthly.
And I don't mean to interrupt, who was the 3 companies that?
So Global Montello, they're out of
Okay.
Newburgh. They would be on-road and unleaded gas. Our number 2 would come from, it's Hop Energy LLC. It's Costco Heritage. They're out of Kingston. And the propane would be from Paraco Gas. They have a few locations. Not sure where they would come out of, but they have a few locations in the area.
They service our area.
Yes, yes. So they have the contract for Dutchess County for all propane in Dutchess County for the state bid. So they've all been awarded contracts through the state, through the New York State Office of General Services. So there's, I think, 4 different contracts that were awarded for all of these services. So like I said, originally we discussed, it's actually 3 different contracts. The only downfall to it is using 3 different vendors. But it is a pretty substantial savings, so it's just what I wanted to.
Is there any other towns that are using this program? And I'm just thinking about reliability, for fuel delivery, all that.
I mean, I would assume, because it's a whole statewide contract, in literally every county in the state has this. So I would assume there's a bunch that are. I haven't talked to any other towns to see, but it's every single county is regulated by different vendors. Yeah, there's definitely performance requirements. This is, so there's people to talk to at the state agencies that are the contract management specialists. So if you have any issues or problems with anybody delivering, they're the ones that would make sure that they are rectified.
Yeah,
There's
that-
somebody to
that-
talk to at the state if there are any issues.
Because that would be my only concern. I mean, I'm all for saving money, but I want to make sure we get the product in a timely fashion,
Yeah,
especially when we got highway trucks on the road burning diesel in the winter
Right.
time.
yeah, 100%. I agree. So that's why these are state awarded contracts. So there's a lot of bearing on the line for these companies. If they don't, they have to perform, they won't be able to bid again on
Right.
anything in the state. So, and Global Montello owns the terminal in Newburgh, so they're massive. They're,
But
Very big.
yeah,
I
they're
just-
big.
I didn't know who was transporting.
Perico is obviously big too. I think you've probably all heard of that. The only one I don't know anything about is really Hop Energy, Costco Heritage. I don't know really anything about that.
Whatever connected Heritage.
I don't know. They're based out of Kingston from all I can see in everything that I've found. So, like I said, the estimate that I did so far for 6 months worth of what I said, it was about $3,400. So total, hopefully close to $7,000 to $8,000 a year it could save us. That's what I'm estimating.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to move to that.
And I talked to Ed before this. He said he has no problem with changing either, because I know he's obviously a big user
Yeah,
of all
yeah.
of this too. So,
Somebody want to make a motion? We go in that direction?
I'll make the motion. Go in that direction and I guess have the supervisor do anything necessary to enter
Right.
into those agreements.
I'll second his motion.
Hey, all in favor?
All right.
All right.
Opposed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have been waiting for the county to comment on some of the positions here that we need. We already have combined, and whether, how we can do that to get it, registered with them. And I have not gotten any further information from them. If you've had any thoughts about how we handle a standard work week here, we can talk about that. Basically, to recap, our full-time status is listed as two different things. 35 hours and 32 hours in the handbook. And with the hours here at, town hall, they don't have the opportunity to work those hours. Except for George, he comes in Friday on the day. So that's something we need to determine here, what, the full-time hours would be in order to qualify for the benefits along with it. And, I need to standardize some of these positions so that when it comes to entering their, paid time off, that they're getting what they have earned. Right now, the weekly hours vary from certain positions. That's something I need to standardize too. Didn't know if you guys had any thoughts on that.
My only concern from the same thing as last time is 32 and 35. How many more people could qualify for benefits and what financial impact that could have on the town? That's the only question that I would really
Right.
want to know, have an answer to before making a decision
Yep.
on that.
I'll have that. Excuse me. I'll get that list out to you, but before the next.
Yeah, besides that, like I said last time, I think there definitely needs to be a little, the cleanup.
Um.
No, just like, Pat said.
Right.
I mean, if people are working full-time hours, I mean, they obviously deserve to get
Well,
benefits.
absolutely.
So,
We have people that are working in the full day, 4 days a week, but our full day here doesn't add up to the requirements.
Yeah, it's kind of a loophole.
Yeah. Okay, that covers everything on the agenda. Any public comments on town issues? Rich? Yeah, please. And name and address.
Richard Ott, 27 Riley Road. And just want to follow up last time on the Route 55 East Knoxon Road intersection questions. You had mentioned that we were like number 124 on the list. What type of list is that?
That's the state's list for, as far as I know, like intersections that they have concerns with.
Okay, so it's not just circles, it's just intersections in general. Okay. So the town supports the circle?
I have to, yeah, in my opinion, I have to see a lot more detail before I would support anything.
Right, I don't know that there's been any study,
Yeah.
done by the state yet on that.
Okay.
I think the town recognizes something has to be improved there.
Thank you. About how long ago was the intersection put on the list?
I don't know. I know the discussion with the DOT happened sometime around the zoning change. So that was, I think, September of last year, I want to say, or August of last year.
Okay. Has anybody looked to see if we've moved up that list at all?
I don't think you'd see a significant change
Yeah.
in that time period.
Yeah.
What I can do is get in touch with New York DOT and try to get your questions answered specifically.
Thanks very kindly. Any idea how long a wait would be for any kind of action on that intersection?
State doesn't move quickly.
We're 124 on the list. I would say it's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
Years.
You think it's more than 5 years?
I think a lot depends on if development builds out in that area, how quickly it moves up in the list.
And-
I mean,
Yeah, that what may happen is with increased traffic, that may get higher on the
Right.
list.
So it could be a circle, it could be simple adjustments to some
Yeah,
of the
additional
roads there.
turning lanes or such, you
Right.
never know, that their traffic engineers determine.
I mean, as I said last time, I'm all in favor of a right-hand turn lane there on East Knoxon Road to get onto
Sure.
55. I mean, with the school there and then with the proposed additional traffic.
It's desperately needed.
even that would ease a lot of the traffic there, just a right-hand turn lane.
Definitely.
Yeah, that intersection has a lot going on. You got
Yes,
5
yes.
roads that come together, and then Clap Hill is a very short distance away as well.
Sure, yeah,
So
Clap Hill
that's
definitely
gonna
adds,
require some thought about how to make it safe.
Clap Hill is definitely a factor.
Yeah.
And what about any thoughts about lowering the speed limit in that area?
That's something that the state does. I think I actually saw, the hoses on the road there, so they may have done a study to see if that's something they're gonna look at.
Yeah, that was my
But,
next question.
Yeah, I do recall seeing the hoses on there, so it seems that they've taken some data.
Yeah, so if you're able to find out anything about that.
I can-
that'd be Great.
The state is the one that sets speed limits in New York State, regardless of whose road it is.
Okay,
But I do know that the county does their own data collecting as well. So I can call the DPW at the county, and see if that is what they're up to.
thanks very much. Well, that's all for now. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
out.
Anyone else for public comment?
In that case, I'll make a motion, we pay the bills.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Next meeting will be July 17th here at 7:30. And motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Thanks for coming, folks.
Have a good holiday tomorrow.
Yes, everybody have a good one.
Celebrate America.